today we are going around to all the businesses in the Takoma Langley Crossroads that have opened since about fall of 2019. Typically we love to celebrate our new businesses in the Takoma Langley Crossroads with a ribbon cutting ceremony every year, but with COVID we unfortunately were a little delayed in being able to go door to door and speak in person with our new businesses. So we are thrilled to finally be able to go around with Mayor Kate Stewart to welcome 10 new businesses that have opened in that time in the Takoma Langley Crossroads. We couldn't be prouder of these businesses and the resilience they've demonstrated, opening in amidst a pandemic, and the successes that they've been able to find thus far. And so it's a very happy day.
Well, this is great news to have so many businesses that have opened up during some of the really hard times for businesses. During the pandemic, it's a sign that our commercial district is thriving despite the adversity. And I'm excited. I'm excited to have the chance to go around to so many new businesses and to also experience these businesses day to day. I mean, I've already identified a few that I'm like, I have to go back there to have either some great food or to get my hair done. So it's a really great time for Ward 6.
We came to Takoma Park because of the Hispanic community around here, because they love our products, the products from Brazil. So we would like to introduce our products in this area, and we are having a lot of good feedbacks. People, after 1 year now, people are coming back, are spreading the word. And that's not better compliment than people coming back and telling other people that we are here and delivering good products with quality and nice customer service. The relationship with the other business is very fruitful. People here are very welcoming, and we have a relationship with all business over here. We try to help each other. We try to communicate and see what's going on in other business. We have a lot of customers from the other business around here, and also we buy products on other business around. And here's a very busy area, and we are glad to be over here.
There it is.
Yeah! We moved to Takoma Park. We now live in Takoma Park, and we would like to have our office close to our house. That's the first reason. The second reason is that we have a big project for our business, so we are looking for a big space. And we came here for another room that was showing on advertised page, and then finally we see that one, which perfectly meet our needs for the future project, because we need more space to expand our business.
Oh, Takoma Park is a good area. I like it here, and about the school.
Yeah, so
this is
that
our first reason to move to Takoma Park, so our children will have a good education for us in the Takoma Park.
We moved to Takoma Park because of school. So Takoma Park Middle School, that's the biggest reason why we fight hard to move to Takoma Park.
Takoma Park, for some reason, is where I landed first in the U.S. When I arrived in U.S. almost 30 years ago, I landed in Takoma Park, Silver Spring. And from there, I've developed a high interest, and I feel at home being in Takoma Park area. And for my business, I like and I prefer Takoma Park because of our population in the area. We have a lot of our customers and people from our country, of African continent, living around the area. So those are our number one biggie and our best customers.
We've been living in Prince George County for quite a bit, almost 10 years. And we have lived the transformation of this county, especially Langley Park area. So when I first come here in 1999, it was a different geography. And we have seen businesses growing here pretty fast. And we thought that this would be a perfect location for Gail, the CEO of the Sugar Bread, to settle compared to other places. Of course, there are places in Montgomery County, but Langley Park is a really perfect place, especially for the African community, African American communities who are very much interested in breading.
Actually, Takoma Park is it's very particular, so it's very unique. And I always wanted to have business here in Takoma Park. I remember when I was struggling in finding a location, and a very good friend of mine, Paula, she told me, like, let's find you a location here in Takoma Park. And in my mind, I was like, I don't think that I would afford it because it's very beautiful and it's very unique. I felt like I just couldn't, but I trust the process and then it happened. And then I end up, so when I got this place, I did not even know that it was part of Takoma Park. So I was very, very excited when I realized that my Sugar Bread is actually in Takoma Park. So I just say it and then it happened.
For Sugar Bread,
We wanted to be in Montgomery County. We know Takoma Park is a high-income area, and we know that Langley is up and coming. With the Purple Line right across the street, we're right on the edge of Prince George's County and Montgomery County, so we thought we could get business from both. The customers are great, beautiful. We have all backgrounds, all ages, young 25-year-olds to 85-year-olds. A lot of them are ex-smokers and they used vaping to quit cigarettes. We have people who stop in on their way to work that live in Fredericksburg, but they prefer shopping here. We started up at the height of COVID to get our licensing and find the location and get all that done. So we don't know what it was like before COVID. We didn't run a shop before COVID. To us, this is just normal. Our biggest challenges are with nicotine legislation. We're ready for any curveball they throw at us. We knew that dealing in vape products would be a volatile or an unsure environment. We were aware of that going in, and we just get ready for any curveballs they throw at us, any extra taxes they add. We hope when they make rules, they're doing it for the reasons that they say. When they say they want to protect America's children, that's fine. Protect the children from nicotine. The same way you protect them from alcohol or from driving before they're the right age. All of those things. Apply the same rules that you do to those things to the nicotine. And as a vendor, I'll do my part. I card everyone.
All right.
Okay, let's see everyone in the
Yay! There's definitely opportunity in the Takoma Langley Crossroads. We are looking to offer support to businesses looking to locate and open in the Crossroads, and entrepreneurs maybe looking to start a new business and take advantage of the potential that future Purple Line development offers for this area, potentially bringing more customers to and from the Takoma Langley Crossroads Commercial District, while at the same time offering support to our long-standing businesses in the Commercial District, many of which have been here for, some up to 25, 30 years. So we want to continue supporting our long-standing businesses in the Crossroads while being a supportive environment for new businesses and new entrepreneurs.
We've had so many businesses that have just integrated into the community in such a great way. The Brazilian bakery that we went to this morning is a regular vendor at our farmers market. We have people that are part of these new businesses that serve in our business association, the Takoma Crossroads Development Authority. So they're invested in this community. We also have a number of business owners that actually live in the city of Takoma Park. They live in Ward 6. We met one of those business owners today as well. So it's really wonderful to have businesses that are not only here to develop the business, but also integrated into the community.
Well, it's great to see so many businesses here, so many new businesses excited to kind of open after the pandemic and really ensure that Takoma Park stays a vibrant and thriving community. I think we just want to make sure that as the city we can help businesses be as successful as possible, that we're here to be responsive to whatever needs they might have, whether that's around workforce, around capital, whatever that might be. Our role really is to make sure that people can realize their own vision for their business and be as successful as humanly possible, both for themselves and for the community.
I've been around this community for many, many, many years, and I have my family living here too, even though I live in Silver Spring, and I love the community, and I'm so happy to be here to give treatments like reflexology to this community, so especially in these times. But in particular, the service and the treatments that I offer are for people who are very stressed and anxious, and certainly we're all going through that in the midst of this challenge, shall we say. And I can only see in the future our community coming together more and more to support each other, and that's another reason I love being here. We are all so supportive, and I think in the future we can just continue to grow.
Well, I live in Takoma Park. I've been here for a few years now. I love the town, I love the support and how supportive they are of the local community. I have been running the business from my home during the pandemic, and I was fortunate to find this space, and it feels really good to get out of my house now that people are back out and be able to, welcome them into my space. It'll be nice to have people that come to me as opposed to going to them. I think I would maybe like it to evolve into possibly a larger space at some point. That's a collaborative space with other artisans and makers where we can all kind of work together to provide a really fun retail experience. And I feel like this space kind of offers that because we're all separate offices all within like a collaborative space, so I feel like it's a good start. I like working with others, so. I've been quite lucky because the plant, people started buying a lot of plants during the pandemic, so that has worked out really well for me. I kind of switched my business from a service thing during the pandemic to selling plants, mostly retail, since people were just in their homes, and most now have vast collections of plants, so my business kind of grew over the course of that time. So I feel, I feel pretty good about it. I think that's going to stay. And now I feel like people have a lot of plants in their care that they kind of have to take care of. So I feel like, it's thumbs up for the plant industry.
So I have to buy it. So hot. Well, I live in Takoma Park and moved here just before the pandemic. Previously, I've been working in telemedicine. I'm licensed in 27 states, and so I was the small-town family doctor in rural and underserved communities all over the country. But when I came to Takoma Park and saw this community really lifting people up, helping neighbors in the middle of the pandemic, I was inspired to become the small-town family doctor here in Takoma Park. So I'm really privileged and pleased to be living and working here and taking care of my friends and neighbors as their family doctor. I'm just getting started, so my goal for the first few years is to really learn more about this wonderful community that we're living in and understand where are the needs. I was trained to believe that a family doctor your patients teach you the kind of doctor that you need to be. And so I'm here to learn from my community what kinds of services they need, and if I'm fortunate to have many patients, then we'll be expanding to meet the needs that we find.
Don't put it in there. Put it down here.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. Here, hun.
Oh, yes.
Oh, awesome.
She's got her helmet on, just in case.
All right. Can you see them? Am I blocking?
You just don't know.
Ready?
I'm with you, yeah, I'm with you.
1, 2, 3.
Well, Takoma Park chose me in the sense that I used to have the Italian restaurant and the gelateria, and basically my landlord has this space available, and he asked me if I wanted to do something, and I thought that a pizzeria would be perfect. Since I'm Italian, so it would be the perfect business, Italian restaurant, an Italian gelato, and an Italian pizzeria. Like everybody else, we used to play Monopoly. In Monopoly, you have to have 3 things to start making money because one business is not going to give you any money. Unfortunately, I was unlucky because, I opened up during COVID, so for the last couple of years, it's been terrible. But I'm very positive about it, the community is good. I love what I'm doing so I love the people that I'm working with. I'm happy about it, and I'm very positive about my future. I think it's going to be good in the next year or two. The idea would be to keep doing pizza the Italian way, and then add like some sandwiches, some salad. But when we're gonna start doing indoor seating, probably like in January, February. As of right now, we're just gonna stick with the to-go only. I've been knowing of Takoma Park for about 15 years, and I've been here working in Takoma Park for about at least like 13, 14, and I love it. It's a very good community. People are very kind, very nice, and they've been very supported, of this business, with all been saying, with all this COVID and stuff.
It was a great day. So we celebrated 13 businesses in our commercial corridor near the metro here, and 21 overall in Takoma Park today. And these businesses all opened during the pandemic, which is pretty amazing, and it's really a testament to the people in Takoma Park, the residents that have supported our local businesses and have helped all of these new businesses get started over the past year. We've had a great community. I think that the rest of the businesses in our commercial district here are grateful for the community members who've come out and supported them over this past year and a half as well. I think businesses are having a lot of trouble with staffing right now. I think getting back to business as usual, so things that they might have had to overlook and focus on really more mission critical things over the past year. So we've got businesses trying to focus on their exterior buildings, more of the aesthetic in their restaurants or their shops, things that maybe weren't as important over the past year. So I think they're going to get back to working on that, along with trying to find a significant or find staffing in this difficult time with staff shortages.
I think it's wonderful that we have so many, and I think it's a tribute to a couple of things. One, how welcoming our community is and how much the people here like the idea of small independent businesses. But I also do want to say that I think our city staff have done a great job in helping to be welcoming and to encourage businesses to start here. So I'm very happy to be part of this event today. I think it's really great.
I picked Takoma Park because it's pretty close to where I did live. I lived in Petworth, and I've been working in the DC area for like 14 years, and I just love this little downtown area. It's just adorable. I love it. I feel happy to just be here. So right now, this is all I can really focus on, Oh yeah, I have the next few months pretty booked up.
Yeah, you got to so don't put your fingers here.
Just go like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
It didn't work, but pretend.
We'll do it. 1, 2,
Your arm's not
3.
back 100% yet.
This is not my fault.
1, 2, 3.
Well, plastic pollution and climate change is still our biggest issue. And of course, the pandemic was horrible too, but we can't forget that the world is warming and we only have a small amount of time to fix it. If we could prove that a business like this can survive, then I think it will be pushing the cultural needle away from plastic. Right now, there's the infrastructure right now uses so much plastic that we just need to show. If we're a successful business, we can show that you can have products without plastic. You can, live without plastic and still have the quality products that you need. And a lot of our products are also local. Takoma Park is just a very supportive community. They support small businesses. The residents really favor small businesses. We felt more comfortable, and not only that, they're very helpful to opening small businesses. There's a lot of help here when you have questions, because it's really confusing and what laws and all that stuff to open a business, and it's nice to have people you could talk to about that. So I think Takoma Park is very kind to small businesses.
I'm with you.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
This was a great time to reopen because I think people were really ready to come back in person, and my program really is centered around interpersonal connections, and the projects that we do really are connected to the relationships the kids are building in the studio also. So I had been open in the past. I had to close during COVID, and so it's just really wonderful to be able to reopen right now when people are excited to do things together. And we're still being careful around that, but it's just really wonderful to be in a space like this together. I think that one of the challenges is people feeling safe coming together right now, but I think the benefits of those times together and the things we can do in the same space kind of outweigh that, especially as we're getting to a safer place as a community. And I'm just so glad to be able to reopen here in Takoma Park, because I think it's such a wonderful spot for this kind of program. 1, 2, 3.
Takoma Park has been my home for 15 years, and I just love this place so dearly. And as my children were kind of getting bigger, it was time to think about where the heck are they going to spend their time after school. And so this place was born. But why now was just a confluence of weird things. Unfortunately, the business that was here was ready to move out. The space was like just perfect, and then the community came behind us and helped us. Like, we did an Indiegogo campaign and gave us a bunch of money, so we're like, okay, we've really got to do this thing, I guess. Even though it's the middle of a pandemic. But yeah, mostly we're here to serve Takoma Park families, so we have a lot of youth who come and hang out here after school, and then their parents come and hang out and get to connect, and you know, you know, we're really like trying to support that Takoma family community. For the future, I'm expecting pretty much the youngsters to just take over the joint. Is what I'm expecting. Yeah. Great.
I've lived here for about 8 years now, and the community is just really accepting and wonderful and supportive, and it's, you know, a mix of a lot of different people from a lot of different places, and I love this area. I mean, we're a small business, so, you know, getting people in the door can often seem scary, but like I said, the neighborhood's been really supportive, and, you know, I hope to be here for a long time, because I do love the neighborhood.
That one was Alex's.
Thank you. Haven't you done enough of these today? You know how to do it. This is number 20.
You're going to be sore.
We live in Takoma Park, both of us, and we were designers who had our businesses for over 20 years. And during the pandemic, everything just stopped. It came to a grinding halt. So we were trying really hard to think about how we could pivot and come up with another business that speaks to our design passions, and that was curating spaces and vintage wares. We decided that we would do a photo booth, because we're both also photographers, and do all vintage props, vintage camper. We renovated the whole thing ourselves during COVID, which was really, really fun. And then we purchased this horse trailer, 1970s horse trailer, renovated the whole thing ourselves. We hired a welder to work with us, as well as a builder to do the design for the interior. And I don't know, it's been a lot of fun. We bought all vintage barware from the 1950s for the bar, and we also bought a 1966 Ford pickup truck to complete the vintage package, our fleet of vintage trailers, and it will pull the bar and also serve as a photo prop and a sidebar tailgating bar. I think people are still a little hesitant to gather. We've done everything that we can to make the camper safe. The bar is pretty safe. I mean, nobody's coming in the bar with us. But I think that the camper would probably be, we haven't had any problems so far, but I think that would be the one that people would be hesitant about, because it's a small space. But usually the parties that we're doing, everybody knows each other pretty well, and I think they're probably comfortable being together. There was one gig where people wore masks, but others they didn't. So I don't know, we haven't run into too many challenges yet. But I mean, it's brand new. We're just getting started.
It's so exciting to see all of these businesses opening, especially during the pandemic, to see businesses in our community flourishing and providing so many opportunities for residents to go locally, shop, eat, get the services that they need. And it's been a really inspiring day to see all of them together and to celebrate them. I'm very excited to see all the businesses opening and to celebrate that with them.
Today was a wonderful day. We started at 10 a.m. at the Brazilian bakery and we're ending up here. We were just at Azalea Nails and we just visited with these lovely women who have converted an old horse trailer into a bar, and it's incredible to see what folks have done during COVID. We had 21 new businesses open in our community since COVID began, and today we were able to get out and celebrate them. And it was a little cold and it rained a little bit, but it was a wonderful day. It's a time to really feel uplifted, to see people who took a chance under COVID, followed their dreams and opened a business. And it's wonderful to see so many people who live in our community able to open a business here, like Azalea Nails and everything else. And it's a huge range. We have Lucky Duck Tattoo, we had the Kobo Japan. It's incredible to see in our small community the diversity of businesses we have and the business owners. It's great.